Hey guys, how's it going? Today is Thursday, January 23rd, 2020. I wanted to go over a quick, just a quick strategy. Virgin Galactic, as you guys know, I'm big on that. Ticker symbol SPCE. Let's pull it up real quick. We'll hop in that ticker. And hopefully the audio is going fine. But let's hop in the ticker real quick, guys. I'm a big fan of Virgin Galactic. And for me, this is a long-term hold. I mean, don't use any money that you can afford to lose right now. We don't know. You never know the route or the ebbs and flows of a new issue, and especially in this field, space travel. It's an unknown, so I'm expecting there to be spikes and rips and dips and things like that. Like right now, Virgin Galactic has gone parabolic, in my opinion. If you look at this, this is a daily chart. The run-up has been, it's unparalleled, or it falls into that category. It went from like that $6.90 up to 1984 for the high. So, but right now, the guys, look down below, look at the RSI. If I can get to the RSI for you. Okay. The relative strength index currently at 86.25. Look right below the purple bar on the left side. You see it says 86.25. Anything over 70 is overbought, and it's been you can stay in overbought status for a lengthy period of time. At some point in time, it's going to pull back, and right now I'm looking for a pullback. I am in puts. I own the stock. I own several shares of the stock, but I'm looking for another entry. I was like, oh man, when it was in single digits, my son and I were, our goal was to buy as many shares as we could, because I'm thinking like, I'm a dreamer, man. I'm a space guy. That's my thing. And I'm a Branson. I like Richard Branson. I like, I can't pronounce the other gentleman's name, Chalmers. He's a part owner of the Suns as well. But they're both like proven winners. And I don't do a lot of fundamental analysis, but certain companies, like, I'm an Elon Musk fan, Bezos fan, even Zuckerberg, man, but this company, I had a good feeling about it, which that's not really a reason to invest, but I was like, as long as it's under $10, I'm just gonna grab shares. I was grabbing shares, and then it popped up to like 12 and kept going. Well, recently, when I was looking at the ticker, like, you run a search on your ticker. This is TD Ameritrade Mobile. Type in SPCE. When I would type in SPCE, you see the top line, Virgin Galactic Holdings. Okay, cool, common stock. Second one would be SPCE/WS. That's the warrant. I was familiar with warrants dating back to the late 90s, I think. My son was little. I was still in college. And yeah, I was a young dad. But anyway, I had some extra money and had a broker at Merrill Lynch. And I wanted to get into Intel. We got into Intel, but he said, hey, JD, we're going to buy the Intel warrants. Well, I didn't know how to do it at that time. This was when you had to call your broker and all that kind of thing. So he bought the warrants for us, and we held them. And Intel split. Like, I think Intel split maybe 2 or 3 times during the time that we held the warrants. And I'll have to double check, but I remember I was getting more. The shares were just coming in, and it would split, like 2-for-1 split. The pricing would halve, and then the price would go back up to the original before the split. Then it split again. And I ended up paying off my student loans with part of that. When I liquidated some of that, we exercised the warrants and things like that. But Bose Agnew mentioned it to me, and he mentioned that Virgin Galactic basically filed the warrant and put it on file to where you could purchase the stock for $11.50 with the warrant. So I was like, oh man, that's outstanding. I just need to research that. So I started going on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And I did a lot of it was almost like a crash course of refamiliarizing myself with it. But I looked at this, and I was like, okay, Virgin Galactic is going to sell off. It's at 19. It might go to 20. It's got to pull back. It's going to pull back in this area. To me, this is off of me, guys. Maybe even to the 1750s, with the chance to go into the 15s. There's support in there, but this is such a young offering, and a lot of momentum. It's a true momentum stock right now. But I was like, I bought puts. I set up a game plan. My thesis was to buy puts on it with a little time, let it play out. If I lose, I lose. But whatever I gather from the proceeds, that's what I'll also use to hop into the Virgin Galactic warrants. So let's go to the guys. The SEC.gov website is full of all kind of information. Let's say we go here. Okay. You can do a search, guys. You go just type in on Google Virgin Galactic warrant, and it'll pull up. Let's just type it again. Yeah, I have Boeing in there, of course. Virgin Galactic warrant. These are redeemable warrants. They're 1 for 1. All right, now scroll down. The SEC.gov archives. Edgar is the search engine within the SEC.gov. EX-4.5 SEC.gov. It's a filing. Get the official filing. It allows you to read over it, because when I call TD Ameritrade, you call your broker. The guy that answers the phone is not going to just have Virgin Galactic's warrant filing or the other, the articles that they need it right in front of them. So as we zoom in, let's read it line for line pretty quickly. Virgin Galactic Holdings, units consisting of 1 share of common stock, the spacing's off, common stock, and 1/3 of 1 redeemable warrant. Each whole warrant entitling the holder to purchase 1 share of common stock. Okay, we go a little bit deeper in here. Each unit consists of 1 share of common stock per share of Virgin Galactic Holdings, a Delaware corporation. Let's skip down a little bit. Each whole warrant entitles the holder to purchase 1 share of common stock for $11.50. Now, when I keep reading the 1/3 of 1 warrant, I need to make sure that, now this is something else I need to find out. I need to make sure that it's not 3 of these warrant contracts for 1 share, because 1/3, I just need to get that done. But anyway, this entitles the warrant holder with the right to purchase a share of Virgin Galactic common stock for $11.50. Now, the thing about this, it's a 5-year expiration. This is the way I'm reading it, because the gentleman at TD Ameritrade didn't have the full info like I had. And I'm trying to just kind of peruse through this. But exercise before 5 p.m. New York City time on that date is 5 years after the date on which the company completes its initial business combination or earlier upon redemption or liquidation. So I'm thinking the 2022, September 13th. So the terms of the warrants are governed by a warrant agreement dated as of September 13th, 2017. And anyway, guys, let's just go with this route. Let's say you buy the warrant. The warrant itself is issued by the company, Virgin Galactic, but it also trades on the exchanges. Because if we go down, I mean, I'd actually love to be able to complete this form myself and purchase this thing right directly from Virgin Galactic, you know, and Virgin will furnish the documents without charge. So anyway, guys, this is the form that you can pull up and you can kind of read it over. But the next step, I've been watching the warrant, and it's kind of been trending between $7 and $8. So let's go to that. And it kind of mimics the stock, the trend of the stock, because this is the daily chart of space of the warrant. If we go back, that's the daily chart of the common stock. And if you want to buy the warrant, I was waiting for it to pull back. I'd like to get that warrant at $7, even $6.50, because you add $6.50, the cost of the warrant itself, plus the $11.50. So you buy the warrants and they'll sit in your account. When you're ready to exercise the warrants, you need to have $11.50 per warrant in your account in buying power for each one to go ahead and exercise these warrants. And then the warrants will be removed from your account, and it will be replaced with new issues of common stock for Virgin Galactic. I just think it's a really good way to build, because imagine if Virgin Galactic goes up to over the next 3 years up to $40. You're in there with the right to own the stock at $11.50. These are extended expiration date options that are issued by the company. I think I knew there was, I never got that reason from my broker. What's his name, man? Jerome. Anyway, I asked a lot of questions when I was younger. I still do. I research my questions. I don't become an ask hole. I research a lot. But back then, I just didn't get enough answers, man. He was like, no, we're just going to get them. You know, but now I see a little bit more, but I know they work. Now, the price could go down to $3. The stock, and you bought the warrants and they expire worthless. There's always a chance of a reversal or a catastrophic change of direction. That's part of the game. So if you're comfortable with the risk and looking forward to the reward, take a look at it, guys. So I'll finish up right here with space. I was looking for I'm in the puts. I'll talk about that later, but I just see a pullback coming, man. And it's sold off after the aftermarket. Not a big time. I'm not talking about back down to $6, but the thing is, you can't run straight up every single day for a couple of weeks and then just keep going up. It makes sense because it's momentum. People are excited. It's gaining. But there's going to be a time when people take profit and look for a re-entry, and I think it's coming. Let me go to the hourly on over the last 20 days. Let's see look at that run over the last 20 days. But look at the red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look at that red candle. If we come in a little closer, look before the market. Because it got up to 20. I knew it had reached $20. So anyway, 2094, and then it just, you had your sell off. And right now we're at the 1880 mark right now, 1880 handle. So anyway, guys, take a look at that. Make a decision if you want to participate in that. I'm going to go to the next particular company we're looking at. And